The next creature we're going to talk about is that of the Kuo-Toa. So these fish-like fanatics of the deep live specifically in the Underdark and sometimes even coastal places. So they are slimy humanoids that appear to have the heads of giant fish, like with googly eyes, basically. They also claimed like dominance over the whole world, and their empires, used to apparently span from land to sea and all that different stuff with their different gods. And these were all eventually put to end by, the current people who are in power, like the elves, humans, and apparently the mind flayers even took them out. They actually really do hate the civilizations of the surface, and that even those of the Underdarks, believing that they're like the oldest victims in this case, and they go ahead and plot to go ahead and retain their dominance once again. And they also facilitate this through like trying to capture creatures and nets and strange weapons. They usually interact with the dwarves, drow, and gnomes of the Underdark and stuff like that. And they even go ahead and like create their own like deities through sheer belief, which is very interesting. And also sometimes they interact with like things like Atlas and Krakens. Uh, Depending on where the civilization is. So they go ahead and like to loot it as well as raid different communities that near like the dwellings of the Underdark, and most of them follow orders, of powerful leaders, such as the ones I listed before. So the first we're going to actually look at is that of just the normal Kuo-Toa and what they can kind of, and different details of them. So look in their stat block. We can go and see that they're not the strongest, obviously. They have 13 AC, 18 hit points, and 30-foot movement, 30-foot swimming. They're CR 1/4. They are also amphibious. They also have sunlight sensitivity. They also just have a spear attack that does an average of 5 damage. And then they have that net I was talking about, which restrains, which is kind of cool. They also just have a sticky shield reaction, which is kind of funny, um, as it allows for a strength check, and if it goes ahead and basically fails, then the person's grappled. So guys, when using your campaigns, I would suggest actually use them at level 1, especially if your campaign takes part either on the coastal or in the Underdark, just because these guys are pretty low level when it comes to overall their uses, unless you use them like in mass on later levels. And they're really funny to kind of use. I don't know, you could use them in so many different ways. Kind of crazy, kind of cool. Consider using your campaigns.